Hello everybody and welcome back to Megaquarium, where I have just realised that my balloon stands have all run out. And I'm kind of thinking that I might want to do a little bit of decorating. We've got a bit of a boring look here. So I'm thinking, what kind of aquarium do I want? I'm kind of thinking either harbourside or shipwreck. And I'm leaning towards harbourside, at least for the floor. So I'm going to make it so that the inside of the aquarium looks different. Do you know what I could do? Might be quite nice. Let's go around the outside in like harbourside. And then have some sort of different effect in the middle. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do half of that either. We'll do the entrance in that. This bit that'll hurt though. Oh, and that one there. We'll maybe change over and have maybe tropical beach in the middle. What do we think? I like that idea. I'm gonna make it pretty, and then I need to hire a member of staff as well quickly that has gift shop. That's the reason why they're not restocking. There you, perfect. That's why they're not restocking the balloons. We don't have any gift shop things going on. I think this is quite cool. Why isn't that painting in? Come on, do it. Do what I say. Thank you. It's actually painting in underneath that tank. They didn't used to do that. I wonder if they put a patch in to make it so you can paint under it a bit more easily. So it looks like a big old beach here. One thing I might do though is to put a little bit of the harbourside stuff under the benches or something. We can change it later if we need to, but I kind of think that makes it look a bit more interesting. Like that. So now what are we going to do with the walls? Are we going to go with harbourside walls? I think we are. Harbourside tanks. Yeah, they look nice. It's not much of a change to those tanks, but these tanks are quite a change. And we will do that one as well. I don't know how that one's going to end up. Oh no! I need the flooring. Oh. Let's just paint all the walls first. Make them look pretty. I won't bother with that back wall. That's going to get removed in just a second anyway. No point painting it. There is a point in painting these walls though. I feel a little bit happier about the look of the aquarium in general now. That looks a lot prettier. Let's get rid... Well, oh, should we get rid of the wall yet? Don't know. Let's move this actually to its proper position over there. Put another bit of wall in along here. And I will have to do some painting. Probably should have done this first, but you know what I'm like. I don't think about these things. Tropical beach paint all the way around here. Yeah, so we've got a much prettier look to the aquarium at this point. I don't know if this will actually make it more prestigious or anything like that, but I just like to decorate it. So I hope you don't mind the few minutes it takes me just to make it look a bit nicer. There, from a guest's perspective, it's gonna kind of look like this pretty beach with some cool nets and stuff. I might move those nets into the new tank actually. So the new tank is going to be a cold water tank, so it's going to have a whole different pump system. We'll go to there. And I'm gonna have a mega chiller. I've got mega chiller. Yay! Mega chiller. That's plenty. But that's probably overkill to be honest. But I might still use this on other tanks if I get other cold water tanks in. So I might need more than one cold water tank. You never know. Gonna need some filters. Probably a protein skimmer. Probably a filter. Possibly a nitrate reactor. I never use combis anymore. Unless they're the super mega combis or something. Okay, and then I'm going to start putting some cold water fish in here. And then we'll see what they actually need. So, all the cold waters. Oddballs. I like that. Oddballs. So a lot of them eat starfish. A lot of them eat each other. A lot of them eat crustaceans, but some of my crustaceans are armoured. So lobsters are bullies, they will pester wimps, and they are also armoured, so they can go in a lot of places that others cannot, and they will eat crustaceans 2 or less. They would eat these hermit crabs, except they can't live together anyway because different water temperatures. So what am I going to start with? I'm going to start with the shark, the bull husk shark. And I realised I can just double check that I don't have more than one of anything by hovering over and looking at these ×1. So like we don't have Atlantic pollock. Luckily it hasn't given me anything that's a shoaler, so it is being fair in that respect. Bull husk. Okay, so with the bull husk, what does it eat? What's the warnings? Size 4 crustaceans or less. It will not eat a lobster then. I don't have enough money for a lobster. Oh. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? I wasn't looking at my money. My microphone's slightly above my money. I really should make sure that that's not covering up my money, because that's something I need to look at. Okay, well at least it's got sufficient chilling and things like that, so it should be okay for a minute. We'll get in a platform as soon as we have some money. Some stairs so they can actually feed the thing. It needs supplements, it needs a cockle dispenser. Got supplements there anyway, so that's fine. Doesn't seem to be too needy other than that, really. It seems to be pretty, like, cool. Yeah. I need this cold water tank because I need science points. I have, like, no science points. So I think this shark is the first thing that I've got that's giving me any science points in the whole aquarium. It will grow potentially up to 35, so I need to leave a little bit of, again, 25 headroom for it. Yay! Be better at feeding! Always be better at feeding. What other cold water fish do we have that could go in there? So the bull husk is a shark, and it will eat crustaceans, but not the lobsters. It'll be fine with the lobsters. Turbot will eat fish with size 3 or less, or crustaceans with size 3 or less, or starfish. Okay. That's fine to go in there then, I think. It needs mussels. Okay, let's get some mussels. Go in. There we go. Next, let's have a quick look in here and see what else we could put into this little tank. We don't have the Voltan's lionfish yet either. Micros crab! So that is a crustacean, but it is again armoured. So I can pop one of those in this tank actually. It will eat smaller crustaceans and starfish, so we really don't want to put any starfish in there. Luckily the only starfish we actually have right now is the marbled one, which goes into warm water tanks. A moray eel would be decent. I thought they gave science. They give ecology as well. That starfish gives science. Science is hard to get right now though. Let's get the coral beauty next. Since I'm less paranoid about what I'm a lot less paranoid about things ever since the... Oh, I see. Sorry, I just realised that coloured itself the same as I coloured the tank. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm a lot less paranoid now. I know that I can hover over and see how many of a fish I've got, whether I've got it or not. So I'm a lot better at just researching my way through. So let's have a little look at what other cold water fish we don't have yet. All the sharks, which is great. We don't have an Atlantic pollock, so what's that? That's a large fish, and it'll eat size 3 or less fish, but that's fine to be in there. Stingray. Cuttlefish. It's armoured. It will eat crustaceans or small fish. Again, I think that's fine to be in there too. Yay, fuzzy dwarf lionfish! We're getting through the research quite well now. Have a little tank with clownfish and a bunch of corals in it. That might be quite a nice one. And then we could put all the animals and stuff in there. A moray eel will eat... I bet you count as an animal. No, you count as a fish. Count as fish? An animal. I have no idea what counts as an animal. Well, we'll research eels anyway. Now carry on putting fish in here. I need to put some rocks in apparently. Get some rubble in there. We good? We're good. Right, so I want to just survey the rest of the aquarium just in case anything else is in trouble. It all looks okay, and it looks like everything's getting fed, so we're good now. What other cold water guys do we have? Let's just put in the Atlantic pollock and the cuttlefish. Lumpsucker doesn't want other mussel eaters, so that will have to go in its own little tank later on somewhere with non-mussel eaters. Can't go in with its own kind there, look. A pie-crust crab could go in though. How far down were we? Pie-crust crab, lobster, and then we've got all the corals. So the lumpsucker is really the only one that won't go in there. That's kind of annoying. Needs its own little tank. Fish is in there. The lumpsucker can't go in there at the same time as all the other things that eat mussels. So I'm going to give it its own little tiny tank. Now, how big are you? You're like 10. You don't need a big tank at all. And I may put some of the non-mussel eaters in with it as well. Doesn't need a big tank though. What am I going to do with that? Maybe another outcrop tank might be quite nice for it. Just like a little one like that. Just goes on the side. Doesn't even have to be that big. Next research, let's do clownfish for my little clownfish idea. Get out of my tank. What are you doing in my tank? There's actually no reason why I can't have just some walls there and there. And paint them in the harbour side. What do you mean invalid placement location? Why was it okay on... Oh, apparently it's not okay on those sides. So what I'll do is I'll put walls here and here and I'll move them. But apparently then... Oh, I still can't. Okay. Used to be able to do that. Used to be able to cheese that. Let me just have a quick look though. What happens when I paint it in that particular colour? I may still need to move it back. I might need to like do another one that extends very slightly to make it, just to get it in line. So, find the harbour side paint it. Yeah, it's gonna look stupid. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna do the same tank, but I'll make it one longer. And move it back into position, like. Oh, so that wall was allowed apparently. Oh, how weird. I don't even understand. But that'll do anyway. Harbourside paint on it. Never going to hurt to have the tank very slightly bigger. Just fit it all in. Okay, people are saying they need the toilet. That would probably be because this whole aquarium does not have a single toilet in it at all. So I am going to make a little space for a toilet or two. Hopefully eventually we'll be able to put proper toilets in, but I didn't have much in the way of science points up till now, so yeah. Toilets for you all. There you go. How nice is that? So I need a little platform at the back here. Some stairs. And to connect it up to the pump as well. And then my lumpfish will go in there, and then anything else that can go alongside a lumpfish can be moved in there to make a bit more room. So a lump sucker has an average size of 4 when calculating whether a predator can eat it. That will go up as it grows as well. You need some rocks, do you? Alright then, I'll get you some rocks. Not a problem. Some live rocks in there. Okay, gonna move some non-mussel eating fish in there as well. Yay, clownfish! Got some unicorn surgeonfish, porcupine puffer, and the leopard shark have all grown. Okay. Clownfish have been researched. We'll go for starfish next. Let me have a look, see if there's anything that we don't have now other than corals. Corals I'll work on next. So we have a lobster. We don't have a lobster? I thought I put in a lobster. Did the lobster get eaten? There's certainly no autopsy report. I'm almost certain I put a lobster in there. And it's gone missing now. I'm extremely confused by this. No autopsy report. It takes some time. We'll eat up to size 8. But the lobster was more than size 8. Crab is more than size 8, I hope. It's size 5. And that thing will eat crustaceans. Okay, so my crustaceans are getting moved in here. I don't think the lump sucker will eat them. So maybe the lobster did get eaten. I'm not sure. I'm going to put another one in and I'm going to put it in over here. So I'm going to need a little rocky overhang or something for them to hide in at the back. Let me just check that the lump sucker's alright. Are you a wimp or something? You'll eat crustaceans with size 0 or less, or starfish. It will start eating crustaceans, but the crustaceans are really, really big. Oh, the mussel eater present. No. Why do none of them like each other? This is annoying. So which one of you eats mussels? The crab. Yes. The crab is in danger in here. Okay, so what else in this tank eats mussels? Maybe the lump sucker could move. Keep all the crustaceans in one tank and the lump sucker in the other tank. So the turbot eats mussels and it eats crustaceans with size 3 or less at the moment. And it will grow to 19 after 5 days. Oh, man. Why are they so fussy? I think I may need 3 tanks. Because I need the crustaceans not to be like in so much danger. I think the crustaceans might kind of need their own tank, or a tank with something that won't grow too much or won't eat crustaceans. Okay, the Atlantic pollock, right, will be fine with the crustaceans. Why don't you go in there? Okay, the lump sucker needs to be on its own, I think. So what's still in here? Yeah, that'll eat crustaceans and it's a mussel eater, and the lump sucker will grow big enough to eat the crustaceans eventually. I think I need 3 tanks. I think I do need 3. I think what I'd like to do is have another tank like this over on this side and move everything along a little bit. I think that would look really nice actually. Have 2 of these like tanks on the side and then this big tank in the middle, a big observer tank. That's going to look good. So to do that, we've got enough money to do that, so we could just expand out by about 4, I reckon. And expand the back by the same. Move the walls out the way for now. And move these guys out of the way as well. I will be moving them back presently. Let's go for that one. And I'll have another one of these little long tanks as well. I really like these. I think they look really nice. I think that's a really pretty sort of cold water display. I'll be able to add to it as I get more cold water fish. Okay, and now I need to get my paints out. Yet again. Loads of stuff to decorate with as well, and I need now get my science points. I should start to be able to get the guest things that they like as well. Let's go with the tropical beach paint first. Get all that painted in around here. Tend to be a bit less messy with the harbourside paint. Harbourside paint. Go around the edges. And the walls. And the tanks. It's nice to have a free rotate on this. Like when you play Parkosaurus for a while, you get so fed up of not having free rotate. One gripe I would have with the game. Lovely game other than that. Oh no, I missed one bit. For some reason I just built new walls, so we'll just get rid of those. Okay, lovely. So next I want to attach the pump back to these tanks. And I want to put in another pump, which will go to this tank as well. I like these bigger pumps just because they have a bit more range on them. Need a bit more chilling going on around here somewhere, so let's get another big mega chiller. Pop it there, I would say. That's everything all nice and chilled, nice and filtered. And that guy needs a little platform. Yeah, that looks good actually. Yep, happy enough with the back. The back doesn't have, it's like sewing, the back doesn't have to look good. It's nice if it does, but I need to learn to use the close all windows button. Right, so now my crustaceans don't have to be afraid for their lives. Lumpsucker can just go in his own little thing over here. And I can add extra guys to make him feel happy. I'll put another rocky overhang in there. In fact, what I'm going to do over here, this tank, take the rocky overhang and I flip it around so that the two rocky overhangs are facing each other. How cool is that? And I'll put some more live rocks in this one so it's a bit like a bit symmetrical. There you are. There, that's lovely. I might put some plants and stuff in just to help, but I need some green stuff. Green crab dispenser. I want to move some of the other dispensers around as well because I had to move them out of the way. So cockles and mussels and supplements. That will do. Well, the lumpsucker could really do with some friends. I think the Atlantic pollock and the crustaceans are good together because it's one of the few fish, one of the few cold water fish that doesn't worry about that. Having the shark and the turbot in here is good because the turbot will grow up to 19 and that bull husk will grow up to 21, so there's going to be 40 just between those two. The cuttlefish will also grow to 13, so they're quite big fish in there. Okay, let's let that go for a bit. I like that setup. The tanks are kind of too big really for the fish that are in them, but you know, they've got loads of space. It's cool, right? So what do we have? We've got you. We don't have clownfish. You. No coral beauties. They may eat or damage stony corals, and they don't like being housed with other coral beauties. They take up 3. They love plants, and they are wimps. So I need to put you in with other wimps. Be better at feeding. Fixing, sorry. I want to put a coral beauty in somewhere. You will not go in there. There's a wimp already in there, so probably that will be the one. Ooh, a starfish. Yay! Total capacity is 18 in there. Oh dear. So that's 2. It's 53 out of 56. Okay, that stingray is crowded in there. Absolutely crowded. That tank is massive. And I think... Oh, they're not happy in there. Why? Missed feeding. Okay. Is there something about the stingray? Elite crustaceans. Seems, other than that, fairly happy with everything else. So I'm actually going to move the stingray into the big tank. And I'm going to watch it. Actually, it needs a little bit more filtering, apparently, as well. Probably because the protein skimmer is broken at the moment. Probably wouldn't hurt to just get a little nitrate reactor in there. Probably wouldn't hurt to get some extra staff as well. Another feeding staff and another fixing staff. So this tank is drawing people. But they're not really getting past here very much. I might, maybe putting some drinks and food machines and things like that up here would help. They like to go towards a nice... Oh, a guidebook shelf as well. We haven't got any of those yet. Maybe just over there. That might be quite nice. And then we need the guidebook restocking thing. The balloons are getting restocked now, which is great. Yeah. No, they still don't have enough filtration there. Darn it. Another big filter was needed there. The stingrays do get pretty huge, so it doesn't help. Do you like eat anything after? Regal tang, missing food. Leopard shark, it's missing food. Can't grow because the care requirements are not fulfilled, but I have got more people sorting out their food now, so hopefully that will not be a problem again. I'll keep an eye on that tank, because there's a reason possibly why they missed their feeding. Why is that struggling again? Whoa. Regal's Tang is at risk of death because of its hunger requirement. Let's have a look. Is it difficult to feed? Too difficult to feed particularly. We've got a krill tank right there as well. Insufficient water quality still, which is absolutely crazy. I might even put some live rocks in there, see if that helps with filtration a bit. Or rubble. We've probably got some rubble in there. Many more filters I can put on this, to be honest. I could move the heater over and give me a little bit more access to put a filter on. Maybe a second protein skimmer. That is about all I can do there. Hire one more feeder, I guess, as well. Feeding 3. Okay, good. I hope that will be enough that they don't die. I want to keep an eye on that tank on a slow speed. Make sure it's alright. Blue and yellow grouper, and then a spotted boxfish. No, I don't think fact that they've got to go round like that is helping. I'm going to move that feeder to a slightly different position. It's a little bit less in the way. Which might help them get fed. How many sand eels do they need? Also, they're going all the way across the aquarium for sand eels. So that's something I need to sort out. It's better than nothing, having it there. Where's the herring? The herring is over there. I will put another herring dispenser right there, so it's quicker. Please feed them their krill. Why is that so hard? They're coming with the supplements and the sand eels. Anybody assigned? Everything else is assigned to someone, though. Oh, Anna is coming. Anna's got the krill, yes. You will get some food today, Regal Tang. Oh, thank goodness. Leopard shark still needs feeding. Oh, man. This is hard. How much does he need to be fed? Like, seriously. I may need to, like, I'm going to need to hire more feeding staff again, but I may need to just not make anything more until the staff are trained up enough so they can feed everything. Until everything in here gets fed, I'm not doing a thing. I don't want my shark to die. Okay, everything has been fed. Phew. And half this stuff is broken now as well. But the gift shop's stocked, right? Oh, man. So it's midday. Most stuff is being fed. Yay, blue and yellow grouper. Spotted boxfish next. I mean, if I really do keep struggling with feeding, I might go for zones, but I would imagine that the thing that will help the most is to wait for the staff to actually properly get trained up. So yeah, it looks like we are getting through everything in a day. That's fine. Blues are getting restocked. Wonderful. Okay, let's keep going. We do a bit of decorating. And like I say, some snack machines up here wouldn't go amiss. Yeah, padded bench or two on the other side like that. Yay! Nothing more to research. But I'll just concentrate on, as I say, just making sure that the things that are in the existing tanks and stuff are, you know, okay. I'd love to have like a palm tree or something at the back here. Doesn't really fit. Feeding! Do feeding better. I'll move that bench. Finally! Stuff is getting done. Weasel tank. That might be nice, except I don't actually have any jellyfish unlocked. So I probably don't need that. Coffee machine and balloon shelf I already have. So I would say the popcorn tart The mega double filter, actually. Popcorn cart. Or the coppered band toy would probably be the next thing I would get. A couple of vending machines up here so that people feel a little bit more like they are happy with things. Got more people coming up this way now, which is nice. Everything is getting fed, which is really nice as well. If I put toilets up here, people might come up here a bit more as well. Make a little space for them. Couple of toilets there. Lovely. We only have 29% visibility on that tank. Now, maybe some floor arrows might help. Maybe this is bottlenecking a bit too much. So let's just say... Everyone go this way! Everyone go... Then go this way. That should help. Okay, we've got some stuff to fix back here. Yes, be really good at feeding. So they fixed everything up, and they're still not doing well for filtration. So a large nitrate reactor on that chain would be probably really good. None of the fish are going to die anymore because of stuff, so that's great too. Wow, this is doing even worse. Okay, let's make these tanks a bit more prestigious, maybe. Maybe we'll like put a few more decorations and things in them. Like an anchor. Let's have an anchor. I like an anchor in a cold water tank. Feed better. Always with the feeding. But I need them to level up in their feeding before I can really start putting extra stuff in. Maybe these guys can have a skull. So can these guys. Because everything's symmetrical in those tanks. Mega double filter! Woohoo! Copper band toys next, and then a popcorn tart. Why can't I say popcorn cart? Why do I always try and say popcorn tart? I've got no idea. I don't even know why I would say something like that. Okay, so. Decorating those tanks is actually helping a little bit, I think. Yes, be better at feeding. Don't be rubbish at feeding, no matter what. No matter what. Some shells in there, maybe. I'm just trying to make them like not be full of plants all the time. An ancient gate back there. Yeah. Looking like a nice full tank, this one. How's the leopard shark doing? Oh, loads of stuff has happened. Grown, 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 grown. That would be why the filtration was not working in the cold water tanks. But that's going to make them a lot more prestigious. It's going to make them a lot more, like, people are going to want to look at them more, which is fantastic. I want to do a few things on this side, although I have kind of filled this side up a little bit with stuff. Like toilets. We can always move them around. So one thing that I really want to do around here is to put in... Actually, do you know what? Some wall tanks wouldn't go amiss here. I could put a nice big wall tank in there, or even a corner tank. Yeah, corner tank followed by some wall tanks. Might be really nice, actually. Big corner tank, then. Back here. Is that a big corner tank? No. Make it quite big. I'm going to delete some of this wall here. Bring this forward. And I have to repaint everything again. That is slightly the wrong size. Delete, delete, tweet us, delete us. We want it about that big. Then I want a wall to go in there. And then we want to do a bit of painting. So, harbour side. And in this particular tank, I'm going to want to make it a nice, like, coral tank. Probably put it on that side. It'd be a bit easier to access for them, I think. I'm going to make this a coral tank, so I'm going to put some lights in there. They're going to be lights that are 10. I've got loads of money. Look how much money I've got. My goodness me. Need some podiums as well. We'll get that in a minute. We'll do talks in a minute. So, corals need lights. Big fat power lights. It's a nice big tank for my corals for once. I'm going to put clownfish in with it, and that's going to be pretty much it. Actually, moray eels would go in quite nicely. We can either have eels in there or clownfish. I think the clownfish are a bit too small. Yeah, they're only 3, so they would get eaten by eels. So if I want clownfish... Oh, I would only be able to have one, wouldn't I? Thinking about it. So I need things that can live together in there, really, and don't eat coral. So a moray eel would go in. Striped boxfish. I've already got one of those. Spotted boxfish eats coral. Anemone, soft coral, soft coral, soft coral, soft coral. So it's actually not the end of the world if I put something in there that'll eat stony coral. I have one of each of these. Tubular sponge. Oh! Now you're instantly at risk of death. Why is that? Water temperature is too low. Oh, that's fine. It's on pause at the moment anyway. I'm going to be heating that water up in just a second. But I think I'm going to actually have to finish this tank next episode because I have spent ages on all of this moving around the Coldwater stuff. We are still on level 8, but it's getting there now. It's getting there. So, this level is not going to be a simple one. It's not going to be an easy one, I don't think. It's going to be lots of just building the aquarium up. I'm getting science points now, which is fantastic. I'm really happy with that. I'm going to need to get some of the stuff to feed these guys as well. The zooplankton and the artemia and all that sort of thing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you did, then please do leave me a like below. And if you would like to see more Megaquarium on the channel, please subscribe. I will let you know when those videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.